Hi students, hello everybody, welcome to the very session. My name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I give you all a very warm welcome to this very particular session wherein we are going to practice the subjective questions of your chapter A Letter to God. All right, so this is going to be a revision kind of thing wherein we are going to go ahead with the subjective questions, and I'm pretty sure that you are excited for this very session because the session is going to be an important one wherein I'll be talking about all the important aspects of writing an answer, how to go ahead with framing a question, framing an answer, and how to understand the language of a question. All right, everybody. So, guys, kindly share the link of the session with all your friends quickly so that we can make a move ahead with our session. Everybody, quickly. Yes, guys, please give me a confirmation in the comment section that I am audible and visible to everybody right in there. And kindly join the session, everybody, because in this session, I'm gonna tell you all like how to frame the right answers, which are very, very important for everybody right in there. Okay, because in your examination, of course, it's gonna be like totally subjective. So you should know the art of writing an answer, and that too perfectly, because when we are framing an answer, no, it seems that we are writing everything correctly, but we really miss a lot of important things. Okay, so we need to pay proper attention to all those important things so that you're not missing anything. All right, that can give you the good marks. Okay, is that clear, everyone? And hello everybody, hello guys, hi. I hope I'm pretty visible and audible to everybody right in there. Okay, so kindly give me a confirmation in the comment section please so that we can make a move ahead with our session. Quickly everybody, quickly everyone, quickly guys. Alrighty, people. So this is going to be our session, guys. Moving ahead, I like if you guys are new, and I mean if somebody is new and watching the session for the very first time, let me give a very brief intro about myself. My name is Preksha Sharma, and I have done masters in English from Delhi University. I've been guiding a lot of students for the past few years to become really good in their communication skills and to score good marks in their academics. And I'm pretty sure that this time you guys are going to score really good marks, and that too in abundance. Okay, because we need to always keep a pace with whatever we are doing. So if you're doing it correctly, if you're understanding it correctly, it's gonna be a plus point for everybody right in there. So please make sure that you all are understanding it in a better manner for your good. Moving ahead, we have got the Telegram channel. Everybody kindly join this Telegram channel. This has been especially designed for all the students for class 9 and class 10. So do not miss this, okay? And make sure that you are definitely imparting the information about this to your friends as well so that they also understand like what are the important things that must be kept in mind. Okay, so this is very important, everybody. All right, hi Nana, hello guys, hello, welcome to the worry session. Moving ahead, we have the special classes, guys. Today's special class has already been scheduled. It is going to be at 9:30 p.m. wherein I'm just going to make you all appear in the polls for reported speech. So it's gonna be an extensive practice. Don't miss it. A lot of questions are going to be there. So be a part of it. Okay, is that clear? Hi and hello everyone. Hi Love Kush. A very good afternoon. It's not good evening. I mean at my end it's still afternoon. So a very good afternoon. Okay. Hi Kritika. Hello dear. Hi Yashoda Deepak Pawar. Hello dear. Welcome to the very session. So warm welcome to everybody right in there everyone. So the special classes everybody, they are utterly special. All you need to do is you just have to make use of my code PSH10 and be right there into the very class. Okay. It's not gonna be like chargeable. All you need to do is you'll just have to download the Unacademy app from the Play Store, and then you'll have to put in my code, which is PSH10, if you want to enter into the special classes, which I recommend that you should. All you need to do is that you must, okay, this is very important, that you must just follow me, because once you'll follow me, you'll get the notifications from my end. All right, this is very important. Okay, people. Now moving ahead, like in these special classes, you all can learn from your favorite educators for free. You all can engage with educators via polls. You all can clear your doubts in the live special classes. And for the top special classes, please visit the links which are given in the description. So it's gonna be an utterly amazing thing. Please make sure that you all are definitely going ahead with this. Okay, without any kind of like a second thought, because herein you all can load me with any number of questions. You can ask me whatever is like hampering you in terms of not like clear to you. All right, is that clear? Okay, so may just relax, dear. You're not gonna fail. Have some confidence in yourself. If you're studying well, and but yeah, let me just make it clear that if you're asking me this thing or you're telling me this thing just to create a kind of a spam in the class, then kindly don't do that. But yeah, if you are really fearing, then I would suggest don't fear, have some confidence, understand things well, ask the things to your educators, they're gonna help you well, and then just go for your examination, because you need to kill the kind of fear that you have. Moving ahead, A Letter to God by J.L. Fuentes, half yearly revision. We are practicing the subjective questions. So in this particular session, whatever questions I'm gonna deal with, no, they are the basic and the most important questions that can come in your examination. All right, from this chapter, A Letter to God. And also, I will be telling you what are the key things that you all need to keep in your mind when you're supposed to write an answer. Okay, and if you really want to like have a lot of questions and an extensive kind of an understanding like how we should be going ahead with the writing of an answer correctly, for that just make sure that you're always attending the special classes that I've been conducting for all of you. Okay, it's really important. All right, that's great, Pratika. That's great. Okay, so now let's get going. I hope you all have read the chapter. I hope you all have gone through the one shot that I had conducted for all of you. And now and also the vocabulary is very important. Please learn all the words, guys. It's important. Okay, hi everyone. सुमित, इट्स नॉट अबाउट कितना परसेंट आता है बेटा, आपके सारे टॉपिक्स दे रखे हैं, ठीक है, आपको वो सारे टॉपिक्स कवर करने हैं। ऑल राइट, और वो जो आप ग्रामर समझते हो ना, वो ग्रामर आपकी काम आती है आपके आंसर्स लिखने में, आपके रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में, इन योर राइटिंग सेक्शन एज वेल. So please make sure that you grab the grammar by heart, because that is the basis of everything that you'll be doing later in your life, or you'll be doing now, because ultimately it's about like how well you're presenting the idea that is like coming in your mind, or how well you're presenting what is being asked to present. Okay, so let's get going, everybody. The very first question on your screen, what are the raindrops compared to? All right, and why? Okay, so guys, this is one of the questions. Hi Kiara, hi Deepika, welcome to the very session. So this is a very important question. Okay, it's a two marker thing that can come in your examination. Now what I would like to suggest you all is, whenever you're writing a question, I mean whenever you're answering a question, please always pay attention to its word limit. Okay, the word limit has been given in English in your English examination because there's a purpose behind it. We want, I mean the examiner, the basically the board wants you to give an answer in a perfect manner. Okay, when you're writing an answer, no, so it should be the fact that you should be able to convey your idea in a limited set of lines, and that too correctly. Okay, so please follow the word limit. This is one of the questions that can come in your examination for 2 marker, and usually you'll see that 20 to 30 word limit or 30 to 40 words key word limit is given to you. Always try to have it in just that sense. Okay, just make sure that you are having it in the same way. All right, and not more than that. It's very important. Okay, it's very important. Is that making sense to everyone? It's really important that you pay attention to the word limit, because word limit in a way helps you, okay, to form the correct answer. Now the next thing that I would like to tell you all, that whatever the tense of your question is, no, like किस जिस tense में आपका question दे रखा है, please make sure that you're giving the answer in the same tense. It's really important. Okay, if I'm asking you where were you last night, so you'll be like, I was so and so. Okay, I was at my mom's house, or I was with my brother, I was with my sister. So if I'm asking you a question in the past tense, you're gonna give me the answer in the past tense only. Okay, you're not gonna give me the answer in the present. Similarly, when you're writing an answer, okay, when you're being asked a question, you'll have to give the answer in the same tense as that of the question. Okay, so these are the two major points that I would like to tell you all. And then the third point, please make sure that in your short answer questions, like since it's a short answer question, the language is brief. Okay, what do you mean by brief? Brief basically means that you are providing to the point answer. All right, please do not exaggerate. That's not needed. You're not gonna even extend it to like a greater level. That's completely out of the view. Okay, that is completely like out of the point. So keep it to the point. And this I'm talking only in the context of your short answers. Because when we deal with the long answers, in those answers, you'll always have to come up with the long answer questions. Okay. So now let's see what are the raindrops compared to NY. Raindrops are compared to new coins. A lot of students they write silver coins. ऐसा नहीं करना है. They were being compared to new coins. And यहाँ पे मैंने dash दे दिया है ये बताने के लिए कि कौन कौन से 10 cents and 5 cent pieces. It is because they promised a good harvest and as such good money. तो किससे कंपेयर किया गया मैंने उसको ब्रीफ रखा that they were being compared to the new coins. All right, जैसे कि 10 cents and 5 cent pieces. Okay. Now why? Because like it is because they promised a good harvest. यानी कि वो एक अच्छा return promise कर रहे थे और as a result उससे अच्छा पैसा आता. That's it. Okay, that is what we see here. Is that clear to everybody? Since the question is not asking that what are the big drops compared to what are the small drops compared to, so I'm not writing that. You are just going to feed what is needed. Okay, if you're hungry for fruits, you'll eat fruits. You're not gonna have rajma chawal. All right, so please make sure that whatever is being asked, you are supplying the same. You have to just fulfill the demand of the question, and the demand of the question can be fulfilled well if you're supplying the correct answer to it. Okay, so that is the right way of forming an answer. I hope that's clear to everybody right in there. Okay, now let's get going everybody towards the next question. This is one of the questions which can come either in your 1 marker or your 2 marker, because the question is like very small and a very straightforward one. What promised a good harvest? Okay, किसने promise किया था a good harvest? All right, so now you see what is the tense of the given question. If we are gonna have a look at it. All right, okay, we have got some stupid spammers in the class. They do not have anything else in the world to do. They are not getting attention in the world. I think it was the festival yesterday. Still, they were not being given the attention at their homes, and that is why they are seeking elsewhere in the world. So, my dear, you're not even gonna get the attention here. Anyway, guys, whosoever is listening to me right now, I'm just having a look at the comment section. Could you please tell me what is the tense that's being used here? Because as I said, you have to always give the answer in the same tense as it has been given in your question. Quickly, guys, quickly tell me what is the tense that we see has been used in the given question. Quickly, guys, everyone. Okay, Sanjeev is so right. It's the past tense. All right, what about others? All right, yeah, Keshav, I know, extremely stupid. They didn't get attention yesterday. Sanjeev, okay, right. Okay, Sanjeev is the only one. Deepika, past is right. All right. Okay, love kush, let it be. Okay, past. Okay, okay, Kritika, yes. So now, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि past tense में आपको आंसर पूछा गया है, तो आप आंसर भी उसी tense में दोगे. So now Lencho felt, now the past tense, that the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers always promised a good harvest. That is why he was anticipating a good harvest. Anticipating as in that he was expecting. Okay, so what promised a good harvest? This question can be a part of your RTC. What does that mean? I'm talking about the reference to context questions. I mean, you would be given an extract, and on the basis of that, you'll have to give an answer. Otherwise, the question can also be given in a 2 marker, wherein you'll have to provide just an exact answer. The to the point answer is supposed to be given. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Yes. Is that clear to everybody? Right? Please give me a thumbs up in the comment section. All right, so that I'll understand. Yeah, Amit, you were right about this. Okay, you need to remember this. This is really important. Yes, clear everyone? Alrighty, Sanjeev. Great, everybody. Please make sure that you are keeping it compact. Okay, you're keeping it to the brief. You don't have to keep on exaggerating unless and until it's a long answer question. Because the long answer question always demands a descriptive answer. Okay, you need to describe in there. But herein, you don't have to go for like too much of the description. Just give what is needed. Coming to the next question. How was Lencho sure that it was going to rain? All right. One more thing that I would like to pinpoint herein. there are certain things that are always being checked by a teacher. For example, herein if you're gonna see Lencho, Lencho is basically a proper noun. Okay, when a student writes an answer, okay, in just like in writing it in a hurry because the person is just maintaining a flow, you guys miss writing the capital letters or the small letters if they are the proper nouns. Okay, so please keep these things in your mind. So now coming to the next third point that I would like to tell you all is punctuation matters a lot. Okay, don't think that punctuation doesn't matter. A teacher who is checking an answer, of course, the leniency is maintained. I mean, the lenient checking is done. But at times, if there is a blunder in terms of writing the punctuation in a wrong manner, then of course your marks are being deducted in your board examination. And these marks are always like also being deducted by some of the teachers in your regular school examinations, your pre-boards or your half yearlies or your UTs. Okay, so please make sure that along with the tense consistency, along with the vocabulary, along with the fact that you're giving to the brief answer by maintaining the word limit, you're also taking care of the punctuation. Okay, because otherwise the teacher deducts zero point 0.5. So don't let that happen. Because the entire idea of checking your language is that you should be able to understand how it is written. And punctuation is one of the major parts of writing something. Okay, just like writing down anything involves punctuation, and that has got a very major role. All right, anticipating is expecting. Okay, he was expecting. All right, Love Kush, I hope that's clear. Okay, so now we see Lencho knew his fields intimately. All right, what does that mean? It means closely. Okay, and he could predict, all right, he could predict the weather by looking at the sky. So you see that what are the verbs that we are using? His experienced eyes, all right, saw clouds and he predicted rain. Now, did you see that I've maintained the tense here well? Anywhere, if I would have not maintained the consistency in writing the verbs correctly, my zero point 0.5 would have been deducted, and the teachers and the teachers do it. All right, a teacher does deduct the mark if you are not maintaining a uniformity. All right, uniformity and the consistency is very much needed when we are writing an answer. All right, I am today sharing the important facts with all of you. The reason being because a lot of students they come up with these questions how to write a good answer. At times when we write an answer in our examination, oh, we are like superbly confident कि मैंने तो बहुत अच्छा मार्क्स लिखा है, मार्क्स कट ही नहीं सकते, सॉरी मैंने तो बहुत अच्छा आंसर लिखा है, मार्क्स कट ही नहीं सकते. एंड देन व्हेन योर रिजल्ट कम योर लाइक कि 2 मार्क्स कट गए, पता नहीं क्यों. So that is because somewhere there is a loophole. In order to kill that loophole, in order to just wipe out that loophole, you need to start working on these things right from now. So it's good when I'm providing you all the answers, just try to learn them, just try to incorporate these things, and then write these answers well on in a practice manner. Okay, and that way you're gonna learn it. Okay, clear? So we see that he was aware of his fields intimately, and that is why वो predict कर सकता था weather को सिर्फ sky को देखते हुए. तो उसकी जो experienced वाली आंखें थी और उसने बादलों को देखा और उसने predict किया. Predict is like when you are foretelling something. जब आप कुछ चीज पहले से बताते हो उसको हम prediction बोलते हैं. Okay, so that is why here the answer that comes up is this. All right, clear guys? Give me a thumbs up in the comment section अगर आपको clear है तो quickly फटाफट से. Quickly everyone. Yes guys, I hope that's clear to everybody right in there. Alrighty, clear. Love course Sanjeev, very nice. Some of my students are so regular. I really love these students. Okay, Sanjeev. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Alrighty, let's get going, everybody. Next question. How did Lencho's prediction about rain come true? Okay, so Lencho की prediction जो उसने बोला था कि ऐसा होने वाला है कि बारिश होगी वो कैसे सच हुई? Okay, again a 2 marker thing. All right. So now Lencho had looked towards the northeast. Okay, guys, हर चीज मैटर करती है. पूरा आपका देखा जाता है इंग्लिश. यहाँ पे मैं एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन की बात कर रही हूँ, इसलिए मैं यहाँ क्या बोल रही हूँ, नॉर्थ ईस्ट. तो लेंचो ने देखा था किस तरफ, नॉर्थ ईस्ट डायरेक्शन की तरफ, एंड रिमार्क का मतलब कि उसने ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ व्हाट ही सॉ ही सेड. So remarks, they are always given on the basis of what is analyzed. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so Lencho had looked towards the northeast and remarked that they would get some water. Okay, that is what he said. No, get some water. Water basically in this particular context of the chapter refers to the rain, and remarked that they would get some water. So his prediction came true when it started raining. And when did it rain? In the evening. All right. How can I say that it started raining in the evening? Anybody, could you please tell me? Like, there is a word that's being used. I mean, there was something about to happen in their family, and that is how we came to know that it was actually the evening time now. Could you please tell me what was that? And see, you can answer me this question only if you have read the chapter. I've been stating this again and again that if you're not reading the chapter, it's gonna be hell tough for you to come up with an answer to any of the random questions. I mean, to any of the specific questions that is being asked in your examination. Supper. Very good, Sanjeev. Very good, Sanjeev. Absolutely correct. Ayan, absolutely correct. Deepika, absolutely correct. Lavkush, absolutely correct. Okay. So that is how we come to know. Now, guys, I would like to tell you one thing. Since it's a 2-mark question, okay, how did Lynch's prediction about rain come true? So you can give the answer what is being given right in here. But if it's a 5-marker answer, okay, could you please think for a moment and tell me in the comment section what are the things that we can exactly mention? How can you really go ahead with the starting of the answer? Or like how would you use the different sentences and the words in order to write an answer? Yes. Yeah, they were going to eat Keshav, maintain the tense as well, okay? Because like even in the chapter, all right, like it's being given, but herein we have to maintain the answer. But yeah, your answer is correct. So tell me everybody, what are the things that you all can mention? Like how can we go ahead with it? Quickly, quickly, everyone. Hi, Sagar. Hello. Hi. You're a little late to say hi to me. The session started at 3 o'clock today. All right, making supper. Okay, nope, nope. Okay, yeah, making supper. Okay, so let me tell you if anyone is saying making surplus, I mean supper. Okay, fine. All right, people, see how did Lencho's prediction about rain come true? So you're gonna say that Lencho had looked towards the northeast and remarked that they would get some water. Okay, so now you are going to talk about the fact, sorry, you're going to talk about the fact that he went inside. All right, and the mother called the children for supper because they were playing outside. I mean, the younger ones were playing outside, and the elder ones were working in the fields. But as they were about to have supper, immediately the rain started. So that is how his prediction came true. Okay, so you had to just use some more words. You have to just bring in the details. And for bringing in the details, you must be sure enough that you know what exactly happened at that time, and you should have the exact words to write about it as well. Okay, is it making sense? That this is really important. You should have the exact words. You should be able to frame the right answer, and that's how you can go ahead with writing the perfect answer. Okay, clear? All right. Yes, चलें आगे. Sagar Bida, I am just speaking in very simple English. Please try to understand what I'm telling you all, because the subject is English. It calls for your understanding, your listening power, and I really want you guys to work on it, okay? Because this is exactly the right point in your life when you can start working on it. The more you're gonna listen to the people who are speaking English, the more you're gonna understand it, no? It'll be becoming so easy for you to just understand English if somebody is speaking in any other accent, though the language is going to be just English. Okay, so please understand. Now the next question. How was Lencho held? Okay, so this is really one of the very important questions. All right, because herein we came to know that he needed help. So the question can be like this is one of the questions, okay? That can definitely be a 2-marker, it can definitely be a 3-marker, it can definitely be a 5-marker. All right, so you have to be very smart in understanding it well. Now, starting with this, the postmaster. All right, so this is a very important, everyone. A lot of students question to ma'am, we will describe the question to elaborate answer. Yeah, Keshav. No, you don't have to describe the question. Why would you be describing the question? You'll have to just describe the details, okay, which are being given in the chapter. Okay, that's what you'll have to do. And you will always have to just describe it in a beautiful manner. And as I had said also, like for the previous question and even for this one, if you guys wish, you guys can even quote directly from the chapter. What does that mean? Like you can take certain phrases, you can take certain chunks. All right, for example, if I talk about the women that is being mentioned in this particular chapter, that is the wife of Lencho. She had a faith in God, and she was the first one through which we came to know that the family had faith in God, because she said God willing. She used the word God willing, which meant that like the things would happen as they are being planned by the God. All right, so that is what we came to know. So of course you can keep these things in double inverted commas because these are the direct words of the speaker. So try to use certain chunks. That's why I want all of you to have a keen reading of the chapter, because once you are having a keen reading, no, you understand that what are the key things that you need to keep in your mind, and these things then come quickly into your mind and you can directly incorporate them into your answers. Okay, is that clear? That's how you go ahead with it. Now see, this is one of the very important questions. This is one of the questions, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया 2 मार्क्स में आ सकता है, 3 में भी आ सकता है, 5 में भी आ सकता है. 2 मार्क्स में आता है, आप सिंपल ये दोगे जो मैंने लिखा है. 3 मार्क्स में आता है, आप थोड़ा और डिटेल दोगे. 5 मार्क्स में आता है तो आप पूरा अच्छे से डिस्क्राइब करोगे विद स्टार्टिंग इन अ प्रॉपर मैनर राइट फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग. देन जस्ट कोहेरेंट लाइन्स शुड बी देयर, and then at the end there should be a proper mention of everything. That is how it should be. Okay, is that clear? So the postmaster, all right. So whenever, now I'm gonna tell you all one of the ways of writing the answer, because this is a very important thing which is being checked by a lot of your teachers as well. You write postmaster, then there is this comma. I'm sorry, I should use the other pen. Just a minute. I mean the other color. The postmaster, then there comes a comma, and then a kind-hearted and generous man, and then a comma again. All right. So what do we see here? यहाँ पे आपको क्या दिख रहा है? यहाँ पे आपको ये दिख रहा है कि पोस्ट मास्टर आपने लिखा. पोस्ट मास्टर के बाद आप पोस्ट मास्टर को आप डिफाइन कर रहे हो, तो आप थोड़े अलग से एडजेक्टिव्स यूज कर रहे हो. तो वो एडजेक्टिव्स आपके क्या हुए? अ काइंड हार्टेड और जनरस मैन. ठीक है. रेड लेंचोज लेटर अड्रेस्ड टू गॉड. तो उन्होंने रेड रेड यहाँ पे बेसिकली आप देखो मैंने टेंस मेंटेन किया है. लेंचोज लेटर अड्रेस्ड टू गॉड. तो टू सस्टेन हिज फेथ, अब आप देखोगे यहाँ पे एक कमा आया बिकॉज वी आर टेकिंग अ मिनी पॉज, कि उसका जो विश्वास था भगवान में बनाए रखने के लिए, postmaster raised money from friends and colleagues and sent it to Lencho in the name of God. ठीक है, ये मैंने एक बहुत ब्रीफ आंसर दे दिया है आप लोगों को. ठीक है, लेकिन अब आपको अगर ये सेम क्वेश्चन आता है व्हेन यू हैव टू राइट इट इन अ 5 मार्कर, सो यू विल हैव टू स्टार्ट राइट फ्रॉम द moment when the postman had received the letter. Okay, like it was being put in the mailbox by Lencho, and then the postman, he saw a letter addressed to God, and then he was amused. He took it to the postmaster. Both of them laughed. Postmaster opened the letter, he read the letter, and he understood that he needed something more than goodwill. Okay, just ink and paper. All right, and he was so kind, though he was laughing, but he got serious. He decided that he would help him, and he even wished that he could also have the faith like him in God. So he just donated a part of his salary and asked his colleagues and friends to help this man as an act of charity. ठीक है, act of charity. When you are writing something which is directly like which is just working as an information, all right, you can always keep it under one single inverted comma. But if you are writing something which can be kept under like sorry, which is basically the direct words of a speaker, you need to write it under double inverted commas. It's really important. All right, so that is how you go ahead with it, and then you'll have to mention that like they donated the money as an act of charity. And postmaster was being very, like, he was very kind. He didn't want to shake his faith, he didn't want to like wither his faith at all, and that is why he didn't write his name when he was sending the money to him. Instead, he had written the name God, so he signed it as God. Okay, keep it in your mind. try to use it like in a more explicit manner, that this showed his kindness and that is how he was being held. Though the entire amount of money was not being generated by them, though he tried his level best, it was only more than half. That is what we were being told right at that moment when we were talking about the help which was being given to Lencho. Okay, that's how you need to write it. Okay, see, this is a very good question, Lavkush. See, this comes through practice. When you're speaking, you know where to take pause, right? You know this. Like, for example, when I said, like, you know where to take pause, then there is a comma, then right question mark. So these are the very common things that we understand slowly and gradually via practice. That is why I advise you all every time, for your good, that whenever you get a chance, please write for yourself. Write anything that you wish to. Maybe you can write about your friend, you can write about what you saw in the mall, or you can write about anything that's like hampering your mindset, or you can even caption a simple photo. All right, just try to describe that in a very creative manner. You will understand. Just read. Reading tells you where are the commas coming, where are the full stops coming, where is a dash coming, where is a colon coming. Why do I ask you to read? I keep on asking because when we are reading, we understand. Oh, here is a comma. Oh, here is an exclamation. Why is an exclamation given here? Note it because you notice everything. Okay, so comma usually comes, the simple rule in English is comma comes when we are taking a pause. Okay, when you're taking a pause, a nanosecond kind of a pause when you're taking. So in that case, you go ahead with it. But there are certain transition words which are so obvious, such as hence, there, sorry, hence, therefore, henceforth, thus, so, इनके बाद आपको usually comma लगाना ही होता है. That's a rule. However, इसके बाद comma आता है. Moreover, इसके बाद comma आता है. But when you're incorporating the words such as herein, when you're writing something like as I explained here, the postmaster, you were giving an information about him, an extra added information, because after the subject comes directly your subject. So my, sorry, directly your verb. So my verb here is read. So immediately after the subject I need to have verb, but I need to describe like how is postmaster. For that I have written a kind hearted and generous man under the commas, not inverted commas, just commas. So you'll learn it slowly and gradually. All right, is that clear? Very much sufficient, more than sufficient, Lavkush. Okay, that is very much sufficient for the board papers, because all you need to do is you need to just practice it. Okay, the more you're gonna practice now, you'll get the very skill. Well, your skills would be polished. You'll understand like how to go ahead with it. Okay, is that clear? Kesha, to speak fluently, dear, like me, all you need to do is practice again. Because honestly speaking, a lot of my students know this about me, that I used to practice a lot. When I was in my ninth standard, like therein, my parents, they made me see a lot of news channels, okay, which were of course in English. And I used to hear a lot of music, okay, which was basically like something that I used to like. I used to at times, I mean, like most of the times I used to see the lyrics. I used to just try to catch what they are saying. I used to hear a lot of native speakers. I didn't used to see the Indian news channels in English. I used to see the American news channels in English, so that I get to understand. Like basically, it's more about listening and understanding. You should be able to understand what I'm telling you, and that comes slowly and gradually. And the only practice that is like very much needed is that you need to speak. You need to speak. Even if you are speaking tutti frutti English, speak, because somebody would be there around you who will be helping you to correct you. Okay, like speak the very small sentences. I started like speaking in a very small manner right from my house, wherein I used to say, Mom, I need one more chapati. Or mom, I cannot have this. Mom, no, I don't want to eat dalia. No, I want to eat one apple. Okay, could you please get me one apple, please? I'm not going into the kitchen. I'm feeling tired. Use some small sentences. Slowly and gradually, you'll start forming what you'll start adding like big sentences to it. I mean, you'll start adding some more sentences to it. You're like, how was your day? My day was not that good. It was really very hectic. I was so tired. I done my two assignments, then I had two tuitions. I was attending Preksha ma'am's class. This is what I learned today from her. You'll keep on adding these sentences slowly and gradually, and you'll not even come to know about it. And that is the only key. So if you really want to flourish at it, you really need to work at it. Unless and until you're not gonna work at it, you are never going to be what you want to be. Okay? Let's get going towards the next question, everyone. All right, love coach, we are gonna do the grammar practice tomorrow, dear, right at 2 p.m. I guess I've got a class with all of you wherein we are going to do determiners in one shot along with the Menti quiz. So it's gonna be a long session for 2 hours, and then day after we are gonna deal with the reported speech. So be right there. We're gonna deal with that. Okay. Laugh coach, it's okay. That is completely okay. So you have got the mirror in front of you, all right, or you have got a phone in front of you. Just click on the video part and in a selfie mode and speak. Consider it to be the other person and speak anything that comes to your mind. And then just see if you are even right in speaking that or not, because I'm sure you are intelligent enough right now at this stage wherein you can judge that if you're speaking right or not, if you are able to make someone understand or not. Okay, so that is absolutely correct. Okay, or you can just talk to your friends. Call any of your friends. Talk for 5 minutes. That's okay. Why do you need to like talk for hours? If they are interested in talking for like half an hour with you on something which is really a very intelligent topic or something that is like making you brainstorm or that is giving you an additional knowledge, then go ahead with that. All right. Okay, so do you think the post office employees were a bunch of crooks? What do you guys think? I have given the answer from the point of view of no. What do you guys think? Do you think the post office employees were a bunch of crooks? Everyone? Yes. Annie, my dear, the previous question was how was Lencho held? So he was the postmaster was a kind-hearted and a generous man. Generous again refers to a person who is very humble. Okay, so he read Lencho's letter, which was being addressed to God and to sustain his faith, that is to keep his faith intact. All right, in God, the postmaster raised money from friends. That means that he asked his friends to like donate some part and his colleagues as well as an act of charity, and it was being sent to Lencho in the name of God. That means it was being signed as God. All right. So, yeah, no, he was not. Okay, so we come to know that they were kind, they were generous, and they were helpful persons. So, we have got the adjectives. Whenever we are going to talk about like any of the characters, whenever there is an analysis of the character, always try your level best to just make sure that you are talking in terms of their, what is it? In terms of their adjectives. Sorry, in terms of the adjectives. Okay. So the postmaster contributed, all right, a part of his salary and motivated his friends and colleagues for a charitable cause. So they were not a bunch of crooks. Simple answer, just a 2 marker can be a 1 marker as well. And now my tip of advice for all of you, whenever you're being asked a question wherein it says, do you think the post office employees were a bunch of crooks? So you can always give the answer in first person. No, I don't think that they were a bunch of crooks because they were very kind, generous, and helpful. Then the postmaster contributed a part of his salary and motivated his friends and colleagues for a charitable cause. So they were not the deceivers. You can always reframe the answers. Okay, there should always be a way, or either you can write like this, the way I have written in here. So my personal concern is just that you have to always be very sure that when a question is demanding an answer in either yes or no, you write that term yes or no, and then you should be giving a justifiable answer with it. It shouldn't be the case that you have written no, but you are describing the answer in the form of yes. And it shouldn't be the case the otherwise that you're writing in yes and you're giving the answer a justification from the point of view of no. So keep these things in your mind. If 2 and 3 marker questions come, then we have to give all the detailed information for 3 points. Basically, you have to write. So, Neeta, as I said, dear, whatever the question is demanding, no, you'll just have to supply that. That's it. And there's nothing called basic or there's nothing called the detailed thing. For example, in this particular question, it's a 2 marker question. Do you think the post office employees were a bunch of crooks? So, this is just a simple answer. No, they were not. Why? Because you have an answer. They were kind, generous, and helpful. They have helped him. Okay, like he arranged the money, he donated a part of his salary, and then he arranged the money. He even asked his friends and the colleagues to pay for it. Okay, that's it. What else are you gonna write in? See, the board is giving you a 2 marker or a 3 marker question on the basis of the fact that you can give the answer for it in just 2 marker only. That means 20 to 30 words would be enough in order to supply the answer. Okay, you do not have to ever give the descriptive form of an answer when it's talking about sorry, when it's a short answer question. That is, it's a 2 marker or 3 marker. Whenever it's a descriptive need, All right, you will always be given the kind of the question only in your 5 marker. The board is anyway not going to give you a 5 marker kind of a question in 2 or 3 marker. Okay, keep that in your mind. All right, is that clear, everyone? No, Annie, you are not supposed to write no, dear. Of course, in a 2 marker question, if you're writing no, nobody is going to give you mark. Not even 0.5 would be given in that case. Okay, so here we go. All right. So yeah, Dhirendra, irony of the situation is basically that when you are expecting something to happen, okay, when an obvious thing is something to happen. For example, I'm like I keep on saying this in my home. I'm a very good cook. I'm a very good cook. I'm a very good cook. Okay, so I keep on saying this. All right. Now some guests come at my home. Okay, and my mom is like, okay, so cook all these things. So now I cooked everything. Okay, now I am really expecting कि सब लोग मेरी तारीफ करेंगे. लेकिन मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशन से बिल्कुल उल्टा हो जाता है कि सब लोग ना मतलब एकदम मेरी बुराई करके चले जाते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये आयरॉनिकल होता है. इसका मतलब कि जो आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो वो ना होकर बिल्कुल उससे ऑपोजिट हो जाए, तो यही उसको आप आयरनी बोलते हो. इन दिस चैप्टर आयरनी ऑफ द सिचुएशन इज बेसिकली that the post office and the postmaster, post office employees and the postmaster, they were expecting that Lencho would get happy on receiving the money and he would be grateful. But the opposite thing happened. He got furious and angry and called them, that is the people who helped him anonymously, as the bunch of crooks. Okay, वो ironical है. Derendra, I hope you got that. मैं आपका भी ग्रामर ले प्लीज किस लव कुश बेटा, कल मैं मेंटी लेने वाली नहीं हूँ. व्हाट आई बेसिकली मीन इज कि मैं 2 बजे और वट एवर टाइम इट इज, प्लीज चेक इट ऑन द चैनल. डिटर्मिनर्स आपका टॉपिक है. डिटर्मिनर्स में पूरा टॉपिक समझाऊंगी, उसके बाद मैं एंड में मेंटी लूंगी. ठीक है, सिमिलरली ऑन संडे में पहले पूरा रिपोर्टेड स्पीच समझाऊंगी, उसके बाद मैं सेशन के एंड में मेंटी लूंगी. यानी कि पहले 1 घंटा मैं आप लोगों को सारा कुछ समझाऊंगी, फिर उसी टाइम मतलब 1 घंटे के बाद मैं आप लोगों की सारी मेंटी लूँ. दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोना डू. ठीक है, इज दैट क्लियर एवरीवन? All right. Now, why was Lencho angry when he received the letter? तो ये बहुत ironical हो गया था because they were expecting कि वो खुश होगा, वो thankful होगा, वो grateful होगा, but नहीं. He was not thankful. Instead, he regarded them as bunch of crooks. Of course, he didn't know at all कि ऐसा सा situation है. Okay. All right. Good thought. So we see the postmaster could raise only 70 pesos which he sent to Lencho. Supposedly from God. Supposedly का क्या मतलब होता है कि जो उसने ऐसे एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि ये जो पैसा है ना ये भगवान से जा रहा है. Lencho was angry to find 30 pesos less than the amount he asked for. तो वो उसको इस बात का गुस्सा था कि उसको 30 पेसोस कम मिले हैं उस पैसे से जिसके लिए उसने बोला था. So he was angry because he thought the post office employees had kept 30 pesos sent to him by God. So that is how you're gonna end the answer. Just a 2 marker thing, maintaining the tense well, maintaining the spelling well, maintaining the punctuation well, maintaining the vocab part also well. So all these things and the word limit of course. तो नाउ द पोस्टमास्टर कुड आ गया, ही सेंट आ गया, यहाँ पे वॉज आ गया. ऑल राइट, अगेन यू सी वॉज आ गया, हेड केप्ट आ गया, थॉट आ गया, अस आ गया. So you have to always keep taking care of the verbs. Okay, otherwise the 0.5 mark would definitely be deducted. Yes, that is right, love coach. ठीक है, next question की तरफ चलते हैं. Why was Lencho's soul filled with sorrow? Okay, so this is one of the questions which relates to the beginning part of your chapter. So the hail यानी कि ओले, ऑल राइट, आई मीन जो पूरे वो हो रहे थे, क्या कहते हैं, ओलों की जो बरसात हो रही थी और जो ओले थे, rained on the valley for an hour. Remember the timings, I've been saying this again and again. Please keep on listening to me. The last time, like during, like when your boards are about to come, you guys get so panicked, and therein all the small details they matter. So please make sure you're always taking out time to read the chapter in English And by reading, I don't mean that you have to read for the sake of reading. Read for the sake of understanding. Okay, it's really important. Yeah, of course I will. So it had left the field totally covered with snow and the crop was completely destroyed. It made Lencho's soul filled with sorrow. Very important question, just a 2 marker. You'll have to keep it in your mind. Now, if the question comes in a 5 marker, you'll have to explain it in the same way that they are in, like it had like the destruction was being compared to them. Like he said, no, that the destruction was worse than the destruction that could have been caused by a plague of locusts, because there was nothing left. There were no flowers on the trees, there were no leaves on the trees, it was all dead. So there was a total destructive scene right in front of him. And now he was really feeling sad that they, with all their hard work, had gone in vain, and they are not gonna have anything to eat this year. They'll all go hungry. Okay, so he was becoming a little more negative at that particular time. Now we are moving ahead, everybody. It's really getting bad now. What was getting bad and how? Okay. Now, see, there are certain chunks, there are certain phrases, there are certain sentences, as I said earlier, which are very good for you to quote in your answers. As I have written here in the form of a question, it's really getting bad now. What was getting bad and how? So, when we are going to talk about the analysis of the character Lencho, of course, you can write the sentence in the analysis wherein you can say that he became like too sad and he was so filled with sorrow that he said that it is really getting bad now. Okay, I have kept it in, of course, the double inverted commas, because herein these are working as the direct words of the speaker. Okay, so we see Lencho was happy when it started raining, but the rain and the weather were getting bad. Okay, a strong wind was blowing and hailstones were falling. All right, so that is what, because he was hoping that it would end soon, all right, leaving something to them, but no, nothing was being left. So that is what you're gonna describe. Okay, now guys, the language of the question in your examination, it can definitely be different. Of course, I'm not gonna say that the question that I'm telling you here is going to be exactly the same in your examination, in your paper. No, that couldn't be the case, or that could be the case. I don't know about it, but I want you guys to work on understanding the language of the question. Okay, to work on understanding the different languages of the question, because I'm pretty sure that I'll be providing you all types of answers before your boards, all right, so that you'll be able to write a perfect answer. The content would be there with you, but you will have to be very kind to yourself by being patient in understanding the language of the question correctly. When this question says that it's really getting bad now, what was getting bad and how? So, how was Lencho feeling at the time of hailstones? The answer would remain same. All right, so this is how you need to understand that what is the demand of the question, because at times the students, they get really confused that this is not what I had done, but you know the answer. It's just that you are not able to decode the language of the question. So please make sure that you are reading a lot in order to come across the different kinds of the questions. Okay, of course, I'll be giving you the answers, but please make sure that you work at decoding the language. You work at comprehending the language. That is why I had told you all right in the beginning of this year's session. Then I told you all, please read the newspapers, because the newspapers, they are the best medium in order to make us understand like what is being given and how to comprehend the language. It's all about understanding what somebody is writing. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Clear? So that's what you're gonna write in its answer, and it's just gonna be a 2 marker. Okay, could be a 5 marker if the question is asking you that describe the destruction caused by hailstones in the chapter A Letter to God. Therein, you'll have to just describe the destruction right from the very beginning, how the things happen. But again, as I always say, you never have to give the summaries. That's not welcoming. You just have to analyze, you have to use the apt words, and you have to keep the coherence in your answer, as you see right in here. My first sentence always has got a link with the second. I'm not randomly picking up the sentences and writing them. So you have to always make your answer coherent when you're writing it, so that it becomes quite presentable for the teacher. Okay, Clear? Moving ahead to the next question. What did the postmaster do after reading the letter? Letter read करने के बाद postmaster ने क्या किया? The postmaster burst, okay, into laughter on seeing the deep faith of Lencho in God. He collected money from his employees. He even gave part of his salary. He put all the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho and wrote a letter containing a single word, God. Since it was being written and seems to be the direct words, we are writing it under double inverted commas. Okay, that's how simple it is. All right, could be a 3 marker question in your examination, like what was being done by the postmaster when he had read the letter. So first he had laughed, but immediately he became serious because he collected the money. He wanted to help him. He had even contributed a part of his salary, and he had put all the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho, and he wrote a letter containing a single word to God. So we came to know that he was so selfless in nature. If he wanted, he could have written his name, the names of the post office employees and his friends. But no, he was kind, and he had this so sure in his mind that the person Lencho had so good faith in God. So he didn't want to shatter that faith. Okay, that's what we come to know, that the postmaster was a really generous, a kind-hearted, and a friendly person. Okay, clear? Next, how did the rain change? What happened to Lencho's field? So you see, this is again the same sort of question, which is basically talking about the description. And the question has got 2 parts. Now, one tip of advice, which is really one of the very important ones. I'm sure that you guys are. He laughed, but when he read after that, he became serious. Okay, that is, yeah, that is absolutely correct, Lavkush. So we see that how did the rain change? What happened to Lencho's feet? Okay, so the rain changed into heavy hailstone. Okay, that is what we are gonna start it with. In no time, मतलब कुछ ही time में जल्दी से ही एकदम the whole valley was covered with hailstones. His fields became white as if covered with salt, and his corn was totally destroyed. It's a beautiful description that's been given in your chapter, that there were no leaves on the trees, everything was dead. So try to get acquainted with the bookish language, because somehow that language can save you from missing your marks in your examination. Because if you know like what is the content and how you need to frame it in your answer, that's gonna be a plus point for you. And I'm not saying that you need to cram your book, you need to learn everything that's been given in your book. I mean, learn the lines. No, but yeah, learn certain important aspects that could be really useful when you're writing an answer. Okay, clear? Yes, आगे चले. Everybody, clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. I hope you guys are not sleepy. I know it's the mid time of the very day, but yeah, we have to work for it, because so that we can do really good later on in our examinations. Yes, clear? Give me a quick yes, no. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get going. Next question. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? All right. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? Okay, very important. Yes, everybody. So this is very important, everyone. So here we go. All right. So now let's get going, everyone. Okay. So Lencho said that the raindrops were like new coins. It was because the raindrops could cause a good harvest that his field needed most. Thus, he would get a rich crop. Rich crop का मतलब क्या होता है? एक अच्छी फसल. ठीक है? Further, the raindrops had a brightness like new coins. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. All right, or even if you don't even want to write like this, that the raindrops had a brightness like new coins, you can say that the raindrops were appearing like the new coins. Okay, that is how you are supposed to. Okay, yes, yes, Lavkosh, you're right, and good thought, you're right too. Great. Now, This is very important. I wish I had the faith of the men who wrote this letter. In the light of this statement, describe Lencho's character. Could you please tell me that who said this line in the given chapter? I wish I had the faith of the men who wrote this letter. Quickly, everybody. As soon as the postmaster received and read the letter written by Lencho to God, like who said this, everyone? So this is a statement that was being made by postmaster and he meant कि मतलब मैं ये विश करता हूँ कि काश मेरे पास भी इतना यकीन होता जितना इसके पास है. तो इससे हमें क्या पता चलता है लेंचो के कैरेक्टर के बारे में. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, 5 मार्कर. ठीक है, चलिए. लॉन्ग आंसर क्वेश्चन है, कैसे हमें उसके साथ डील करना होता है, लेट्स सी है. As soon as the postmaster received and read letter written by Lencho to God, he expressed his feelings in the words by referring Lencho's faith in God. ओके, अब जब भी आप एक 5 मार्क का क्वेश्चन को डील करोगे ना, यू नॉट गोना राइट इट लाइक वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्डली. यू विल हैव टू जस्ट फ्रेम इट बाय यूजिंग द राइट सेट ऑफ वर्ड्स इन द बिगनिंग, either by expressing any kind of statement which is given in the question, or just journalizing something, or any philosophical statement which ultimately had got a link with what you are being asked in the question. तो यहाँ पे मैंने ये क्या बोला, जैसे पोस्टमास्टर ने रिसीव किया और लेटर पढ़ा तो उसने अपनी फीलिंग्स को एक्सप्रेस किया लेंचो के फेथ को डिस्क्राइब करते हुए. लेंचो, अब आप देखो मैंने फिर से यहाँ कमा लगाया क्योंकि मुझे डिस्क्राइब करना है. क्या डिस्क्राइब करना है? लेंचो द राइटर ऑफ अ लेटर, फिर कमा आएगा, सॉरी आई मिस्ड इट, वॉज अ सिंपल फार्मर. कैसा था? सिंपल फार्मर. हमेशा एडजेक्टिव्स यूज करते हुए एनालाइज करते हैं हम कैरेक्टर को. He had a firm belief in God, fixed था उसका यकीन भगवान में. Once when his crop was destroyed by hailstorm, एक बार जब उसका क्या कहते हैं क्रॉप्स डिस्ट्रॉय हो गए थे, he turned to God for help, यानी कि वो भगवान की तरफ झुका मदद मांगने के. Continuation में है ये. He wrote a letter believing that God would not leave them to die of hunger and starvation. When he received a packet full of money, he was not the least surprised. मतलब वो बिल्कुल भी थोड़ा सा भी surprised नहीं हुआ. Being simple in mind and generous by soul, he never knew that some generous soul had sent him the money in the name of God. All right, so that's what you are going to write it. Okay, clear? Next, everybody. How was Lencho's crop destroyed? How did he ask God for help? Or how did the hailstones affect Lencho's field? What was Lencho's only hope? So, different sort of language, but in a way, the answer is going to be the same. Okay. Being a farmer, Lencho was completely dependent upon the crops of his field. Once a heavy downpour occurred. All right. Along with rain, large hailstones also started falling. So I told you all long answers में आप थोड़ा सा descriptive हो जाते हो. So see that how I am providing the descriptions. The question is for 5 marker. So as a result, the field turned white as if it had been covered with salt all over. His annual crop was completely destroyed. Annual मतलब उसके पूरे साल महीने की जो मेहनत थी वो बिल्कुल बर्बाद हो गई थी. Even there was not a single flower left on the plants. Okay, in the entire village there was no one to help him in the lurch. Lurch मतलब ऐसी परेशानी की situation. Being a firm believer in God, भगवान में यकीन करने के नाते, he turned to the Almighty for the help. वो भगवान की तरफ मुड़ा help के लिए. He wrote a letter requesting him to send 100 pesos so that he might sow his fields again till the next crop comes. He had a belief that God would certainly help him with the money. उसको ये यकीन था कि भगवान उसकी help करेंगे पैसों के साथ. That's it. Okay. So, bring out Lencho's immense faith in God. Immense मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा. So now again, it is somewhere working as the analysis of his character. Everyone pay attention. Lencho wanted some rain for his crop. The ripe corn stood proud in the field and promised a good harvest. Rain came as he predicted, but turned to hail and ruined his crop. Lencho's heart was filled with sorrow, but he did not lose heart. He had firm belief in God. Okay? So he wrote a letter to God asking him to send 100 pesos so that he could sow his field again. He dropped the letter in the mail and the postmaster read the letter addressed to God, and to preserve the man's faith in God, all right, there is supposed to be a space. Okay, he raised 70 pesos and sent to Lencho. Simple, all right. So, but like again, it's in continuation. Lencho could not believe that God had made a mistake. He wrote again asking God to send the rest of the money, but not through mail. He believed that the post office employees were a bunch of crook. That's it. Okay, that's what you're gonna talk about, the immense faith in God. Like his faith in God was so strong that he didn't think other way around at all. Instead, he thought that God could never be able to make any sort of mistake, and that is why this must be the employees of the post office who have taken the 30 pesos out of the on. Okay, is that clear? Yeah, that is the thing. Now, what was Lencho's pride and possession? A very important question. Uska garv kya tha? Okay, Lencho lived in a solitary house on the crest of a low hill in the valley. From here, he could survey and see the river and his pride. The field of ripe corn dotted with flowers. That was his pride. These always promised a good harvest. हमेशा इन मतलब fields ने उसको एक अच्छी फसल दी है. So now here, that is what you are gonna end it with. Okay. So guys, just please make sure that you all are always paying attention to all the type of answers that I'm coming up with. Now tomorrow we'll be coming up with the other topic, that is the grammar. And now I would like to tell you about Accelerate, guys. You all can save up to 36% on your CBSE subscriptions with free extensions of up to 6 months. It's valid only till today. All right, for example, in plus, if you go ahead with 18 months for plus 4 months, the current price is 30,499. And if the total value is 40,632, what are you gonna pay? 27,449. And what do you say? 13,183, 32%. Okay, and in case of Iconic, let's take the example of 12 months plus 3 months. Like the current price is 37,030 rupees. Total value is 48,272. And what you pay is 33,327. And what do you say? 14,945. So this is 31% savings. So you all can subscribe right away using the code PSH10, and it's gonna be really amazing, guys. My plus course has also been started. All right, today is the second class wherein at 6:30 p.m. we are gonna deal with the new topic. So please make sure if you wanna come under my correct guidance, because in the plus in the iconic classes we are providing you all much more detailed kind of explanations, and everything is detailed and given, you are being given the planner and everything is being under control. So if you really want to come under the correct guidance, all you need to do is you have to make a move along with it. Okay. Moving ahead, CBSE Class 10 Achievers List remarkable performance by Unacademy learners was being given in CBSE Class 10 board examination. So now you could also have the same. 99.8% highest scorer, 412 plus learners secure 90% or more, 100 plus learners secure 95% or more, and 114 plus learners secured 100 marks in different subjects. So you could be the next. All you need to do is you have to accelerate now with the offer Accelerate. Now, Warriors batch for all the full syllabus is coming from August 18 for the 90s, and the mode of delivery is going to be English, social science, English, Hindi, science, and maths. Rashmi ma'am, Lakan sir, Akash sir, Himal sir, and Kunal sir are going to be there to teach you also well. So be a part of it, use the code. Then Warriors batch for class 9th, again, it's going to be started from August. Mode of delivery is English, science, maths, social and English would be dealt by Santosh sir, Vishal sir, Sikandar sir, Akash sir, and Lakhan sir respectively. It's gonna be really a very amazing thing. The offer is ending today. Go ahead with the offer by using the code PSH10 for your betterment. In Iconic, we have got the personal guidance, one-on-one guidance from the top exam experts. Test analysis would be given. You all will be getting one-on-one guidance from the top exam experts. Study planner would be there. All right, which wherein the customized study plan with bi-weekly reviews will be given. Study material would be there, specialized notes and practice tests, experts guidelines, study booster workshop by exam experts. In plus, you will have the live classes, the weekly tests, structured courses, and the unlimited access. So make use of my code PSH10 without delay, and make use of the Accelerate offer right away so that you are going to get the best for yourself. Moving ahead, we have got the plus subscription for the different durations for such as 48 months, 42 months, 36 months, 24, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, and 3. All you need to do is you have to just make use of the code PSH10 and make a move accordingly. Then we have iconic pricing 48, 36, 24, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, and 3. Use the code PSH10 and make a move with it, everyone. This is going to give you all perfect thing. And being your teacher, I would like to tell you, I'll try to go for a longer tenure. That's always going to be helpful. Okay, introducing community. Never miss any update from your favorite educator. Get sessions, notes, and practice material. Share your feedback directly with educators via polls and check out the link to the educator community below. Alrighty, people, then we have Bugs Bounty. It's an opportunity for all the learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. Be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize and report any inappropriate content using the form given in. So thank you everyone. I'm gonna catch you all soon tomorrow. Take care and make sure that if you're new and watching the video for the first time, then you are subscribing the channel by hitting the bell button, and do not forget to share it and like it and share it with all your friends. So we are gonna catch up soon, and do not forget to have the special class. I mean, be a part of the special class today, right in the evening at 9:30 p.m. Take care.